Are we live? All right, we're live now. Let me hold the tripod, buddy. Well, hello, everyone. Ain't got nobody here with us. I don't expect too many people in our live today. It's Friday morning. Y'all are all busy, but it's one of my few days off. So we are getting to work today. And I have been hard pressed to be making videos lately, folks. There's just so much to do, so little time to get her done in. Let me get everything set up here. Hang on a second. Come on. All right, we're gonna tighten that up. And tighten this up. Whether or not anybody hops on this, I really just want to start doing lives so that I don't have to edit. We can just have a real show because no edits. It's just live. We're gonna be doing our thing. We're out here in the garden today, and we got a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we got to do that. Let me finish doing what we got going on here. I'm gonna get this tilted down a little bit. I know I haven't. Guys, this is the garden here, and this is what we've been working on a lot of lately. It has been a pain in the butt to get this ground broke up. If you saw my last short, you might have seen this. I showed you this clip here for a little bit. This is a pile, just one, of the junk that we pulled out of here. Let me see if I can get you to stand up straight. Ground super uneven. Wow. Not gonna cooperate. Oh my goodness. There we go. What, buddy? No, not in that area, but just make sure you stay in the valleys and not up on the beds, and you're good. Guys, all this. These are not branches I cut off of a tree. These are roots that we had to dig out of the ground. All this mess right here. And there's more strewn all the way around the entire bed area. Just most of the time I try to throw them all in one place. It'd be easier to clean up. But if I was over there or further over there, I was just throwing the roots out. There's roots going all the way around our garden. And about the only way I figured out how to really beat the roots with as little as effort possible, but it was still a ton of work, was with an axe. I basically chopped with an axe every square inch. Let me turn this around a little bit. Flip. Every square inch of this garden area, I chopped it with an axe and pulled out all these roots by hands. And we're still, even as I was forming the raised bed areas, I was still pulling roots out. And there's still more in there to be had. So now, this area, this like 3/4 of a row right here, and this row right here, I've already planted with some cooler weather stuff. Some cabbages, carrots, some lettuce mixes. It's gonna be so crooked. And we got this hay. We got this hay that we were using earlier in the year for, earlier in the year, a couple months ago, for the chickens, for the coops.
And by the way, we have new chickens.
Yeah, and for the brooding boxes because we hatched out some new chickens.
We have a lot.
Last season, last year, last spring, you saw us get our first. We had seven Jersey Giant chicks.
Now we have 4 of those jerseys.
Yeah, 4 of those. Of those initial 7, 3 got lost to predator pressure.
And now we only have 4.
And then now we have 4 Jersey Giants. And then we gained 3. You saw that last last summer. I had a friend that gave us a rooster and two hens. Um, one of those hens has since, well, actually, no, both of those hens are gone now. Um,
Which ones?
one we lost pretty soon, pretty quickly, to a predator when the tree fell knocked the fence down. And then she didn't go back in the coop that night, and the fence was down. It was just a perfect combination of things that she got by something. Let's see. Then we decided this winter we decided to hatch out some of our own eggs. So we had that rooster, and we had our 4 Jersey Giants that were laying, and so we bought an incubator, and we hatched out. Well, I put eight eggs in. I got 4 to hatch. The other 4 weren't even viable. And yeah, we don't need a lot, but we need a nice thin layer. But let's try to make it even. Like this little section right here is a little bit thick, but this is like good. We don't have a lot of hay to go around, but I want to get a little bit of cover on every row. This is the one I did is a little too thick. I'm going to thin that out here in a minute. So then those hatched out. That was pretty cool. Let me turn this around so I know what you're looking at. There we go. There we go. So uneven. I got no place to put you guys. I apologize. Is there anybody here today? I can't see. No, there's nobody on the stream anyways. That's cool. It'll come around. We've been very inactive, so I'm sure YouTube's like, we're not sending this notification to nobody. And that's fine. I just like having all this stuff on video, even if it's just for me and my family in the future. But you know, I love that you guys, when you do show up, if you ever show up, you know that you guys will be able to join us. That'd be great. But just want to get the stuff on video, man, and I just want to be able to go back and look at it because we've done a lot of work this winter, especially in this area. What's up, buddy? There's like a little less, like 4,800 and something. Let's see, where are we at? So we hatched out 4 chickens, and then I wanted to get some more, so we hatched out another set, and we got 5 to hatch out that time.
I think we had like 14 eggs in there.
Yeah, it seems like we still only had the 1 rooster at the time, and it seems like we were getting about half of our eggs were actually getting fertilized.
Yeah. 2 more.
So then I had a friend at work, had some more chickens. They had a lot of chickens. They had to get rid of some. So they gave us 4 more. And then we had another set of friends that lives down the road. They had some chickens, and they didn't have a lot of time for them, and they were just kind of staying in the coop and weren't getting the whole rotation thing, and their food was getting. They just didn't have a lot of time to mess with them. So they said, "Hey, come get these chickens. They don't really lay eggs anyways. Even though they're young, they weren't really laying." I think there was just a lack of variety in their diet. Lack of it was 6 of them in a fairly small coop. So we brought them over. They joined our flock. They have since started laying, but that gave us another rooster and 5 more hens. So I don't even know what the count was up to at that time. And then very recently, another friend at work just gave me 3 more chicks, and they're pretty small. But but I wanted more purebred Jersey Giants because I really want to. Well, they're large, they're docile, they're good by multi-purpose, so they'll make good meat and produce good eggs. And theoretically, since they're black, you will have less aerial predator pressure. We haven't lost any birds that I know of to aerial predators, but only 5 of our 20-something chickens are black. So maybe that's not very big of a deal. Yeah. So let's see what else has been going on. Other than getting in the swing of things of rotating our chickens, and getting this garden prepped, and getting more land cleared. That's been a big thing for us, guys. And I'll get into that story in a minute. Let's see, we're about running out. We are about running out. You know what else I want to do? Hold on. No, don't do that. I've already actually watered it before we put the hay down. What I do want to do is get those buckets right there. All right, the paper towel is seed, so set those down on the ground.
Oh.
Set just the paper towel. Set them down on the ground.
What?
Just lay them down flat. Okay. Now grab those buckets and we're gonna dump them out.
I'll have these guys.
But we're gonna dump them out in here because that's good. Oh, they're heavy, huh?
They are.
We can reuse that dirt. That's good garden soil. Now take this and go fill it up with the used wood chips. So a little pile of wood chips out here is where I've been dumping out the chicken nesting boxes. Go fill that up, and we're gonna bring it over here to these rows that I've already planted. Oh, Mama's calling. Is it time for school? Yo, they're with me. You need them? Yeah, they're helping me with the garden. Okay, we got 5 more minutes. Maybe 10. All right, kids got to start school, but I'm gonna get them for a few more minutes. Yeah, fill your buckets up and bring them over here to these first 2 rows where we've already planted. And we're gonna sprinkle a light coating because that's got chicken manure in it.
Chicken manure.
And so it's wood shavings and chicken manure, and it's gonna be good. All right. Make sure the camera can see what we're doing. I mean, it's no good for the folks to be here with us if they can't see. We're gonna spread these first 2 rows over here. Huh?
How many views do you have?
There's nobody joined us yet. Not that I know. I didn't see anybody. But the live will be put on the page later.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be like its own separate video on the page. Here, let me hold that. Can you get me some more hay? Get like a couple of wads of that hay right there, and then put a little bit on the end of this pile end of this row over here. More coverage there. Sky. Can you get me some more? More hay on the end right there. Top of the road. Go around it.
There's a chicken feather.
Yeah. There's gonna be chicken food, chicken feathers. Shot don't step. It's not too important over there because I haven't planted those yet, but still. You're gonna compact the soil and that'll make it so the seeds harder for the seeds to grow. Yo! What'd she say? Yeah! What'd she say? Yeah, I'm gonna get it. That's probably No, I think we're good for right now, guys. I'm gonna save the rest for whenever we actually plant the other beds, and then I'll put it on top after we plant it. All right, bring the pot over here, please. Thank you, thank you. All right. So that gives. Well, I'm trying to switch it around. Hello, switch, yo. All right. I'm showing you guys. Thank you for your help, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for you to go do some schoolwork, though. Make sure, yes, you got to go do schoolwork. All right, give me the pot. Make sure you go wash your hands.
How many viewers do you have yet? Is some
None. Nope, nobody's checked out there. It's a very odd time of the day. I mean, it's Friday morning. Everybody's at work. But I'm just wanting to get a video out there without having to waste time editing. Call me lazy. That's pretty accurate, though. No, I can't say that. I'm not lazy. I'm just busy. I'm actually the opposite. I've been working so hard. I just ain't got time to make videos. But I do love me some YouTube community. And I want to be out there, get out there and get on here. Hopefully, eventually, we start doing this enough. You guys will come back around, check us out here on the Hewett Homestead, hang out with us, see what's going on, and you know, we can chat while we do some work about whatever. Hang on a second. I'm trying to fix my tripod here. Got it. Okay, there we go. Now, switch sides. There we go. All right, so now we got seeds planted in the ground, right? Got them watered in real good. We've got hay and pine shavings that have been used for brooder boxes. Not nesting boxes, yeah, brooder boxes for the chicks that we hatched out. We got that covering on top, so that'll give them some fertilizer. These 2 rows are done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5 on that last row there. More rows to plant up this year. Going to wait a little bit longer because I don't want to plant anything. And then lots of times in mid-March-ish, we'll have one last cold snap, maybe even freeze. And I don't want to kill off the more sensitive stuff. What I do have is some more butternut squash seeds that I'm going to plant. And I'll get those in today. Those should do fine even if we get another cold snap. But I had, oh no, did the kids, oh, kids didn't step on it. I had a volunteer. There it is. They covered it up. Man, she's growing. If you guys saw the last little short I put out the other day, I got 2. Those are volunteers. Those are, I'm pretty sure those are butternut squash. Because this is the section right here in the middle is where last year's garden was. And a couple of butternuts that got damaged by some worm or insect, I just pulled them off the vine and just let them sit there and deteriorate and break down and fertilize the soil. And yeah, so we got some volunteer butternut squash coming up already. Let me do it this way. All right. So I actually kind of designed the rows of the garden starting from that point around those butternuts and then drew them out in straight lines from there. Well, around me, guys, is everywhere where we've already been rotating the chickens. Okay, and it was forced. We mowed it down, and now we've run chickens through it, and we've got good amount of grasses popping up in a lot of places. This particular area was already getting decent grasses in it, and we just ran them through here. I had them in this section here, and then I moved them over here. Had them in this section, and we just moved them this morning further up in the property. And well, the one thing I haven't done yet is move the little duck pool. This is what I got from my ducks. And we fill this up with water. Got a little section right there cut out so that they can get in and out easy. And we give them about 5-6 inches of water in here. And then, because apparently ducks need to be able to get in there and bathe and duck their face and keep their little sinuses clean. So yeah, guys, I'm super happy with the job that they did. They ate a lot of the grasses and the greens and the leaves off the vines and stuff. A lot of scratching, a lot of pooping, a lot of fertilizing. So back to the chicken story that I was telling you while we was in the garden there. So I've told you about basically how the chicken math's been working. We've basically adopted 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Less than a year, we've adopted 16 chickens from other folks. Of those, we've lost 2, so we still have a net gain of 4. And we've bought 7. Let me get you turned around here. We bought 7. We lost 3. Why? No, turn around. There we go. There they are. Hey guys. There's our little Quackers, the duck. And her little boyfriend's over there behind her. His name's Oreo. And he is a mean son of a gun. I don't know if anybody else has ducks. Are your ducks mean? These ducks are mean. Well, this one duck, the male Oreo, he's mean. So that's Uno. He was adopted. He's a rooster. Yeah. That's, my kids call him Butters. He's another adopted rooster. All my roosters have been adopted. So back to the story. The last set of chickens we acquired because I want to focus on black Jersey Giants. Yeah. I mean, we will have a mix just because chicken math is real, and if you're a chicken keeper, other chickens will find you. Hey guys. That's Spike. He was also given to us. He's our oldest rooster, and the father of the eggs of the chicks that we've hatched out here on our farm. But anyways, I ordered from Cackle Hatchery. I ordered 6 hens and two rooster chicks. Because I want to have some black Jersey Giant roosters. I want to make sure that we can make black Jersey Giant chickens if we want to, as well as we'll also just allow some of the interbreeding and mixed up backyard chicken species, whatever. I don't really care about pedigrees. I just like fresh eggs, and I like pretty chickens, and you know, the more the merrier. So bring them on. Now, Cackle Hatchery sent us 1 extra female. Now, you know, lots of times hatcheries will do that, and they'll send you 1 or 2 extras in case you lose 1 or 2. We did not lose any, so we got 7 hens, black Jersey Giant hens, and 2 black Jersey Giant roosters, and they're still in the brooder up in the shipping container, staying warm because we're still getting in the 50s and occasionally in the 40s at night. So they're staying with their heating lamps. But these guys, I do have a couple. I'll show you the ones over here. A couple of the ones that we hatched. And they're about 6 weeks and 8 weeks old. I'm sorry, 6 weeks and 9 weeks old. Because that's, as soon as the first batch was done, we got the second batch in the incubator. Hey guys. Hey girls. So that's the 9-week-old batch, and that's the 6-week-old batch. It's funny, they kind of grew up together, so they hang out together, but they're still all brothers and sisters because they all have the same mommies and the same daddy. So I wonder if they can like smell each other. I don't know. They can tell somehow that they're brothers and sisters. I don't know. But the coop is doing good. She's getting the job done. I have figured out the flaws and the design flaws in this, and that is that the 1/4 inch landscape or hardware cloth, this metal mesh that I have on the bottom and here on the back. Well, it's fine for the backs and the sides, but the bottom catches the poop. It doesn't, the poop doesn't fall through very good. And so, or some does, but a lot of it gets stuck. And the more that gets stuck, and it builds up and it forms a solid patch that just collects more poop. Take you on a walk here. We show you some of the areas we've been clearing. It's starting to get warm, pretty warm during the days, and the grasses and the vines are starting to grow back up. I got to get the mower back out here again, but really got to get more of this property cleared and get more fruit trees planted on it, because we're trying to get a break on our taxes. There we go. Guys, once our house got built on this property, the appraised value of the property went through the freaking roof, and now our taxes went through the roof, which is funny. Has anybody seen DeSantis is talking about doing away with property taxes? That would be absolutely phenomenal if DeSantis got rid of property taxes in Florida. I could not imagine, but until that happens, we have a high tax burden. I can reduce that very significantly if I can qualify for what they call a greenbelt exemption, which is where if agriculturally zoned lands are actually producing and making some type of profit from agricultural activities on the land, then you get this huge tax break. So I've filed my paperwork, and it's very basic paperwork, and it's got a couple of categories to choose from, but nothing like very specific to what we do here, which is pasture raising chickens. There is a thing on there for poultry, but like they kind of are assuming like a poultry house, or like, I don't know. Our goal is to have fruit trees covering the property, chickens, and one day possibly sheep, rotationally grazing throughout those fields with all of those fruit trees in them. So the chickens are eating fresh organic fruit that falls from the tree. They're cleaning the fruit so it doesn't rot. They're also fertilizing the trees in the pastures with their manure as they go through. Very symbiotic relationship going on there. But that's hard to describe in the little paperwork that they give you. So hopefully, I'm hoping that whenever this inspector comes out sometime in June to inspect, that he calls me, and I can actually walk him around and show him what's going on and explain to him what's going on. And by then, we will already be in the process of selling eggs, and of course in the process of growing the flocks. And by then I should have a second coop and a second group of chickens rotating as well. But if he doesn't let me show him, that's a spider web, and explain to him everything that is out here, he might not recognize it. To him, it might just look like that's just somebody's yard. But if I go and show him, like, no, these aren't just little regular trees, these are fruit trees, and then he can understand and see what's going on with the chickens and the egg production and everything, then we should qualify without a doubt. But I just got to be able to make sure that I can talk to somebody, So anywho, I'm totally walked through it, but forgot to tell you about it. So this whole section right here that I just walked through has just recently been cleaned in December. This was thick woods. You could not see the neighbor's house over there on the other side of the property. This was massive wall, just thick, of sapling trees about this size, about 10 feet tall. Had a bunch of those, and they were just walled in with palmettos, vines, just thick vines that just tied everything together like a big tapestry, like a big blanket. You can kind of see how the vines that are still on top of these trees, they're dying, so they're brown, so they kind of stick out. Can you see how that goes? It's like a blanket with dead vines across the tops of the trees. Well, that's how all this area was. I got all this cleared. That's why you also notice there's no grasses growing in there, because it was just cleared this winter. But here pretty soon in spring and summer, grasses will start to grow in there. They'll start to take back over, and we'll keep mowing it, keep all of the brush and the vines down, and stimulate more growth in the grasses. And hopefully that'll start to look a little bit more like what you would call a pasture. And I've got more fruit trees I've got in planters up by the house. Let's see, I think I've got 14 more citrus. I've been trying to grow from seed avocados. I have successfully gotten in the past 4 avocados to grow from seed. Now I know you got to graft them if you want to make sure that you know what you're getting. But that's coming, you know. That doesn't happen until you get a good year-old plant that's got a decent little trunk on it, you know. But we'll get all that done eventually too. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 9 avocado seeds that I'm trying to propagate right now, get them to start growing. I've got 20 fig trees that I'm trying to propagate that I actually took cuttings from one of my dad's fig trees up in Georgia. And I've got them in the pots, and I got them growing. I had them sitting in water, just plain water, for weeks, till the little white nodules on the side started growing, the things that will eventually become new roots. So they're doing, a couple of those seem to be doing well. A couple look like they're going to be a toss-up, and a couple of them look like they're probably not going to make it. But I'm going to give them some time and see. All right, you guys. Let's get, here's the flock. There they are. Yeah. Love my chickens. So, let's see. So that's most of what we've been working on this winter. The thing is, guys, the reason I don't make a lot of videos about it is because I'm honestly under the time crunch to get the work done. And you really would not, unless you've ever done it yourself, you really don't know how much it's down to bring the camera and the tripod out with me and set it up and turn it on, you know, make sure that I'm doing, you know, I got whatever I'm working on, make sure that it's in the shot, do what I got to do, go back, turn it off, reset up the camera for the next angle, for the next place that I'm working on, go, you know, film, turn it on, go back, do your work, come back to the camera, turn it off, move the camera, get a different angle. Because, you know, I really do enjoy making the videos and making them as exciting and entertaining as it could be for, you know, homesteading and gardening. But it just takes time. It's a lot of work. And I just didn't have that luxury because I'm on such a time crunch to get the land cleared and to get fruit trees in the ground and to get all this work done so that we can pass that inspection and we can be qualified as an agricultural business, you know, get some kind of business going on out here so we can get that tax break, because that is literally sucking the life out of my family and our finances. Our mortgage is, I don't even know if I should share. It went way up. Okay, let's just say way up. Our mortgage went up almost as much just for the taxes as some people pay for a mortgage. Let's say that, okay? I don't want to get too detailed numbers for you, but what just the amount that got increased is what a lot of people pay for their entire mortgage. Yeah. So if we don't get this green belt waiver exemption, life's gonna suck for a while until Ron DeSantis eliminates the property taxes in Florida, and that's a rolling of the dice. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, so that being said, I've got like literally an hour, maybe two a day that I come out here and I work on stuff. And I was like, you know what? I just got to be focused. I got to be streamlined, and I got to get this done. So for the winter time, I quit making videos. I was just busting it, trying to get work done while the winter was cool, while the weather was cool, and I could get out here and I could work, and I wasn't just dying and dragging my sweltering, sweaty body through the heat swamp here. Yeah, I just wanted to get work done, so we did. We've gotten to a much better place. There's still a lot that I want to get done before the inspector man shows up in June, but it's only, we got a lot done. It's only the end of February. I've got 3 more months. I got 3 more months to finish getting some more of this land cleared, getting some more fruit trees in the ground, purchasing some more fruit trees as well, a little bit more variety, getting them in the ground, and but I think we're going to be okay. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm ready to start making videos again. I've been out of the whole video making loop for so long. Like let's just do it. Let's just take it easy, okay? Let's just do, ease back into it. We'll just go live. And that doesn't require anything other than me setting this up and telling you guys what's been going on. So welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Although it doesn't look like there is anyone here right now. But it's Friday morning. But when y'all see this in the future, welcome back. I do want to get these seeds in the ground before I leave. That row's done, that row's done. Now here's what I'm thinking. With these butternut, they like to vine out. That's going to give me some ground cover. Here. Got these. Some paper towels drying off here. All right, so these like to vine out, and then that would give me some ground cover. I'm wondering if it might be good to spread these around, and if they sprout and start growing like their little brother already did, the one that was the volunteer from last season, by the time I come back to plant the rest of these rows, I'll know where these are at because they'll already have popped up, and then I can plant around them, and then these can be interspersed all along these other rows, creating ground cover for the rest of the plants that I'm going to grow in here. These do not get very tall. They're like almost like like sweet potato vines. They stay pretty low to the ground. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Do I have an option for like a widescreen? I do if I flip it around. Hold on. Control. Get off the screen. Nope. Is that as wide as it goes? That's as wide as she goes, boys and girls. Well, it's pretty good. That gets most of it in there. All right. Well, still got a lot of hay to spread out. Get this out of the way. Let me moisten my paper towel since they're kind of stuck together here. If you don't have butternut squash in your garden, or if you don't eat butternut squash or never have, let me encourage you. You'll miss it out. We love our butternut squash, and let me tell you why. They taste like sweet potatoes, if you ask me, when you cook them. So they're very delicious and, you know, fairly nutritious, just like any other squash. But they will last, okay, for a year, sitting in your pantry on the shelf, just no problems. You take one a year after you harvested it, take it off the shelf, cut it up, put it in your frying pan, cook it up. It'll taste just as good as the day it was harvested. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Try it. See if I'm a liar. And they're pretty prolific too. Very hardy. The bugs don't attack them. You know those yellow summer squash, if you don't harvest those like the second that they become ripe, and you wait until the second after they became ripe, green worms, the little green worms, going to be all in. And I don't even know how they know or where they come from, but they know. And it's like a radar beam. There we go. That's right. That's right. And they go right to it. Anyways, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I'll put a couple of seeds every 3 or 4 feet. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I think I got enough. Yeah, this will work. All right, I'm just going to put them right in the middle because most of my other plants, I'm kind of doing, I'm just going to put like 2 or 3. When I come back and I plant the other plants, I'm kind of doing little channels on the side of this mound, one on either side. So if I put these down the middle, I can come back later when I plant the other plants and the little channels kind of on the side. And I shouldn't disturb the roots too much. Shouldn't is the key. All right. Anybody joining us yet? Negative. Yep. Well, when y'all do watch this, if you're just joining us, plant some butternut squash all throughout the beds so they can create a cover crop for the rest of the plants that we plant in the beds in the future. right, we're done. This soil is so wet. We did get a lot of rain a couple of days ago. And this is kind of a low area. That's why I wanted to, have my walkways nice and low and my beds up nice and high. But even after today's Friday, I think the rain was Sunday or Monday. I'm pretty sure we've had 3 days of nice, clean, clear weather. And even the tops of the soil of these mounds, the top of the mounds is very wet still. So I hope that's not a sign of how all the entire year is going to be. I really thought that at least the top couple inches would be able to kind of, after a few days, should dry out. I want underneath that to stay moist because, the roots are going to go down and they're going to be able to get the water that they need, but I don't want all the roots to always be saturated like that. That won't give us a very good harvest either. So we'll see, guys. We are learning. That's what homesteading and gardening is. Every season, every time you try something new, you learn something. If you're not learning something, then you got your head in the sand and you're probably never going to be very successful. But we're trying, we're doing our best, we're learning as we go. So we'll see, guys. The fact that I've got a volunteer butternut squash already popping off is really letting me know that the soil conditions here are drastically improving. If you don't know, all this used to be super thick forest, and we're right here in Florida. So it's kind of like borderline rainforest. So this soil never saw the light of the sun. It was covered in a thick canopy of trees and saplings and brush and palmettos and vines. So it never got sunlight. It stayed super wet because we're in Florida and we get rain like almost every day, especially in the summertime. And so the anaerobic decomposition of the forest floor creates a super acidic environment, and my soil wasn't even registering on my little pH tester. A couple of places would register and show 2 or 3. That's the pH level of 2 or 3. You want to be at 6 or 7 for your garden plants. And sometimes it would just say low, which meant it was lower than 2 or 3. That's not good. So we have been working on this area. I did lime it that first year, but also just turning up the soil. Now, for the most part, I'd like the idea of no-till, and which means not a lot of work. Just do a lasagna bed, some cardboard, and some wood chips. But I'm telling you guys, until I get all of these roots out of the ground, they are going to push right through any kind of cardboard. They are going to push right through any kind of ground cover that I got. I really had to till this soil. But to till this soil, I basically had to till it with an axe by hand, chopping it up and destroying all of these roots that were in this area. So here we are. Last year we had a little bit of success. Last year the soil pH was around 5. Some areas were 6, but most areas were 5, 5.5. And we got some production out of the garden, but not a lot. So it's had another year for us to work in turning the soil, amending the soil with some compost, and just letting nature do its thing as the sun can now beat down on this ground, as the rain can just wash through it, and the aerobic activity can take place. That pH is coming back up. I was going to test it yesterday or 2 days ago. I got my pH tester out and I went to turn it on and it wouldn't turn on. So I went and changed the batteries, put brand new batteries in it, and it still wouldn't turn on. So somewhere between last year and this year, where that thing has sat on the shelf and no person has touched it, somehow it managed to die and to break. maybe there's a troll that hangs out in the shipping container and I don't know about. And he likes to break my tools when I'm not looking. I guess it's a possibility, but I got to get a new tester. But like I said, volunteer already popping up in February. I'm thinking we got a better environment here that we're working with. So yeah, when I do get a tester, I'm gonna, obviously share that with you guys and let you know how we're doing here. In the meantime, still want to do all my good common practices of getting a ground cover over it now that I've got my beds formed up. So we've got a little bit more hay I'm going to spread out here. I got a little bit more of the wood chips from the brooding boxes that we've been brooding our chicks in. And I'm probably going to go out and clean the base of the chicken coop where all of the chicken poop's been getting caught and it hasn't been dropping through the floor. Gonna go see if I can scoop some of that out and we'll get that spread out around here. And that's probably gonna be it for the day. Of course, I'm not gonna be live for 2 hours today while I do all that because a lot of that will probably be downtime where you guys are just staring at that. Or else I'm gonna have to drag you around with me and then it's just gonna look like this. Oh, let's go out here and move the coop. And I don't want to do that to you guys either. All right, guys, we're going to call it. Thanks for joining us. If anyone has joined us live, I don't know. I'm not looking at the other side of the camera. If you caught this on the replay, it's good to be back. Leave a little comment. Let us know if you've caught this. If you caught this video, do you like lives? Do you? I mean, I don't know. Do you like this? Was this fun at all? Or do you like the short edited versions? I don't know. I'd kind of like to get to where if people were actually, maybe if we had a set time of the week that we maybe at least once a week we did a live out here in the garden, of course. And you guys were actually here to interact. You had any questions, I could answer them. Let me see, is anybody here? Hold on. Gotcha. Nope. Nobody's here. Not this time. Maybe next time. We'll keep going. And maybe on Saturdays in the mornings, maybe you guys would be chilling out having your coffee. And I can come out here and get some work done. And we can talk and work. And if you have questions about anything that we're doing, life, governments, politics, gardening, I'm into all of it. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Hewett Homestead. We're still here. We didn't go anywhere. We just forgot to bring you in. But here you are. So that's grand. We'll see you guys again real soon. Love you. Bye. Nope, I don't want to be live. There we go. Are we done?